navigate these last few practices in the last game. What's the overall message to the team?
Finish. You know, we all signed up for 17 games and an 18-week schedule. We've had a good, really good month in my opinion, regardless of record. Just seeing the improvement, things that we talked about, and now just great opportunity against a divisional foe that we know very well, that we saw in week 1 to finish.
I think it was Isaiah who said, regardless of the situation, try to be playing your best football in December. And technically, that's what you guys are probably doing. What does that say? Something that you could take forward?
Yeah, really preached it. Really go back to last year. It was kind of the same message. You want to see your team, with the arrow pointing up and getting there, regardless of injuries and who's playing. Just, I think really for us, so many young guys playing, just counts to keep seeing the growth. Like Harper last week and watching him play. And again, we talked about a lot of our young offensive players and some D linemen. Just watching the constant growth and just everything we talked about, a complete game from all 3 phases last week, and want to continue that on back-to-back weeks.
Felt like a lifetime ago you probably played the Chargers the first time when you watched film from the first game and obviously throughout the season. What's the biggest thing you've noticed and changed from this Chargers team you're about to face?
Nothing. They're physical. I think the quarterback is playing really, really well, taking care of the football. Number 15, their rookie, McConkley, is doing a hell of a job. But, it's the same identity when we was ready for him in week 1. Physical, downhill, big backs, taking care of the football, playing really, really well on defense. Obviously, some good numbers there, what they're doing with the points from a defensive standpoint, but obviously a well-coached team, well-prepared. We'll have our hands full.
Antonio, just as the season concludes, who are some of the players, whether it's improvement and growth or respond to adversity, that just when you think about this season, they'll stick out to you kind of the most?
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell, quarterback, just for what he went through. Isaiah Palomar would be one. Big Mike, we lost him for a couple weeks, and I think he bounced back, had a great reception, some good blocks in the game. And to be honest, I try to give credit to some guys that just been consistent each and every game. Robert Spillane, from day 1, week 1, really, really good player for us. Trayvon Merritt, another player that stands out that's just been consistent from day 1. So those are the ones just the top of my head.
Do you feel like, playing him closer to the line of scrimmage a lot this season, you guys unlocked something with Trayvon throughout the course of the season?
Yeah, but he's not really bad in the post. Obviously he has some interceptions there, but just, you see the ability to blitz, the matchups on the back, on the tight end, physical player. I think everything that everybody saw in college down over this 4-year span, you saw in this year combined, just a total effort of what he put together, and it's been really impressive to watch.
Antonio, everyone's talked about your players, but what about yourself this season? What have you learned? I know you have 1 game left, but what have you learned about yourself?
Patience, stay with my gut. Those 2 things.
Maybe you guys had a pretty good game rushing the ball or running the ball last week. What exactly did that do for the offense to get the running game going?
It was huge. We've been talking about it all year. Go back to training camp, OTAs, it doesn't matter. Week 1, winning the line of scrimmage, playing physical, straining, finish. I thought our O-line did a great job with some double teams, moving the line of scrimmage. Really good by our backs as well. Mir did a hell of a job being patient, cut back, running through tackles and arm tackles. I thought it was on full display. It's really good to see. Need to continue 1 more week.
Mentioned Thomas Harper a minute ago. What have you seen in his growth this year with you guys?
Came in, really claimed him from the Chargers. Saw a guy that was going to help us on special teams, and I think to his credit, just kind of found his niche. Really started on the look team, on the scout team versus offense. You saw him kind of flash and pop out. Thought he made some plays on the ball, and then obviously last week I think he came into fruition. Physical player, smart, tough, plays special teams for us, and we've been kind of watching his defensively. We put like a little bit more 3 safeties out there, and he's found his role and his niche there.
AP, you guys obviously work hard. A lot of teams work hard, put the work in, but how much does luck play a factor in things in terms of your experience? What do you think? How much does luck play a part in terms of success? You put the work in, you work hard. How much does luck play a part in things?
You always want luck. You always want the ball to bounce your way. We just wasn't lucky enough this year.
You guys good?
Cool. All right, happy New Year's, guys. See you.
Too.